Artificial intelligence is modeled after human intelligence in the way that we try to gain the outcome we want by gathering more and more information until we finally succeed. However, computers rely on algorithms that are specific instructions to carry out specific actions. Therefore, artificial intelligence allows the computer to learn from past results in a similar fashion, just much faster, and enables the computer to build off its own knowledge as data collection becomes more widespread. This would cut out the need to reprogram and write new code to complete a task. Instead, the AI would be able to learn and problem solve similar to how humans solve problems. As data collection accelerates and artificial intelligence becomes more sophisticated, every major industry is finding new ways to utilize AI to increase productivity. Therefore, companies will start to shift from hiring humans to robots to perform routine tasks. But as artificial intelligence improves and starts to intersect human intelligence, an increasing number of jobs will become routine. Therefore, it seems inevitable, just like the Industrial Revolution, for there to be an economic shift as people become increasingly reliant on artificial intelligence as it evolves. Though people will lose jobs to artificial intelligence, society will learn to adapt, and the introduction of artificial intelligence will create new jobs for people. Artificial intelligence is already here, and we've all been exposed to it one way or another. One of the most common ways artificial intelligence is being used today in our economy is by social media companies who want to sell information or data to companies looking to sell a product to you. Social media companies are able to gather information on what you look at, for how long, at what time, and so on, in order to serve you better and show you things you want to see. However, all this information being collected to better understand us and predict our behavior is still in its infancy and fails to take into account that this data can then be used to profile people and group them together, which can lead to a plethora of problems that infringe on our rights in a society that praises rights to equality and freedom. Citroën is a French automobile company that has been praised for their cars that boast bold and creative designs coupled with the latest technology, which has allowed them to be at the forefront of an extremely competitive market for cars in Europe. Their strengths include the fact that they make 1.5 million cars a year and have 14,000 employees worldwide. And their weaknesses, however, are that they have been unable to implement themselves in fast growing markets outside of Europe. But some opportunities for them are that electric cars are becoming increasingly popular, which aligns with their brand as an innovative car company that likes to be first. Some threats are that the American and Asian markets are more bustling than the African market, and it is more difficult to implement themselves as various car companies have already been established firmly. In conclusion, Citroën implements more sophisticated AI in their operations. They could play into their brand and create a car that could appeal to more markets and allow them to expand. This is represented in cars such as Tesla, which boasts an impressive AI that allows the vehicle to drive itself by scanning its surroundings. This has allowed Tesla to become an increasingly popular car in global markets. And however, Citroën already has an impressively efficient production of 1.5 million cars. So if they could couple this with more sophisticated technology that is in demand worldwide, Citroën could find themselves dipping their toes in new markets. I believe that AI will become much more sophisticated in the coming decades, and we will see more and more of our lives becoming automated by machines. Breakthroughs in AI are hard to predict, but even if they do come sooner than we expect, I feel as though progress will be slow by humans themselves. We need to ensure that AI serves our interests and that these interests remain ethical. With every breakthrough, a discussion on regulation and ethics should follow, slowing progress and enabling us to make fewer mistakes with repercussions that have the potential to be devastating. France is extremely high on AI and wants to be one of the leaders in the industry. France has donated 70 billion euros in AI, making them one of the top countries in AI research, but their focus is on sustainability and how to incorporate AI into the environment. This means finding ways to refine and apply AI to make technology and the value chain greener, which is illustrated in an investment in neuromorphic technology, which allows energy emissions to be cut tremendously. France is also setting an example for responsible use of AI as they are working to ease their people into this economic shift that will come from AI taking low, repetitive jobs. Therefore, France is pouring resources into education to create a new labor force that is more in line with upcoming AI technologies. In fact, France is so high on artificial intelligence that they eventually hope to utilize it more extensively in their own government, with hopes of one day having a president that is completely artificial intelligence and can assess a multitude of issues and come up with a resolution at speeds no human ever could.